Hello, hello. Today it will be short and dark. I'm sorry. So, welcome. Yeah, I can hear my. So, we are here. So, today would be short and dark stream. Welcome to the Romantic Developer. It's late night or early morning talks. And today we have our 206th stream in the series. Truly, I would skip it, but I really don't want because there are some things which you do every day and you just don't want to do that skipping because it's give you an idea that sorry that actually you will miss something important. I mean, you fail at some point. So of course we are failing a lot in our life. Again, I'm not talking about every one of you. I'm talking about myself. And I know that other people doing the exact same thing. So we do multiple mistakes and it's normal. We are here to learn. Every human being here to learn. And I haven't seen any human being who didn't do any mistake. Actually, even computers, of course, it's very widespread joke that all the computer problems and mistakes sit in maybe like 10, 20 inches before the screen, yeah, before the mm, monitor. But actually, everything could happen. Some magnetic influence, some solar flares, and so on, so on. So they can impact what we know as um, magnetic signal flow or electronic signal flow in the computer circuit board, and it could go wrong basically because of it. From very early computers, they use something called like control bit, if you ever heard about it. So maybe you know that in 1 byte we have 8 bits. Um, and 8 bit could represent, uh, because bit could be like two values, two physical values. Yeah, so it could be plus or minus, it could be 0, 1. It's how we call it, 0, 1. But on the electronic side of the things, on the physical side of the things, so it could be like positive or negative, yeah, and you call positive 1, negative 0, or it could be there is some signal or no signal, etc., etc. So everything work not on 0, 1. Everything work on some um, how to call it, energy, yeah, electricity, and so on, and as well as computers. And because when you send a lot of bytes, uh, of course there could be some interference and you could lose some bytes. And now it's actually all that protocols. There are protocols of multiple level, and of course you probably heard about some top level protocols, maybe like HTTP, where you can provide you some page from some server and it will return you some page in some format like MIME type, yes, like HTTP text, and it will return you some text or representation which your browser can render into a nice page. Or it would be some binary image or something else. But they work on top of other protocols, like what you heard, probably TCP/IP or some other. which actually using to send the bytes, and they use some recovery or confirmation mechanism. So to confirm that actually we received what we've sent. And initially, on very early stages of development of electronics and computers, there was a control bit. I'm not sure if it's still here. Probably yes. But basically, it's very simple thing. When you send a byte of information, you send more than one byte. You send another bit, which called control bit, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, very simple. You just gather all the ones in byte, and if it's odd or if it's even, it would be 1. If it's odd, it would be 0, and it would be the simplest way to check if it's what you received at least to pass that criteria or not. If not, you just say, hey, can you send me that bit, please? And yeah, it was some like confirmation mechanism on very early days of our computer era. So I told you all of those because not only we, but also computer can be wrong. Of course, it's very easy to say with current LLM system, because basically it's programs. It's it's very hard to call program. We can say like PyTorch is a program, but LLM is a weight, and if they badly trained, they produce a lot of errors. So, and anyway, very well trained network still, it's just, let's say, probability engine. It's not actual program. It just with some probability you receive some answer, and with some probability that answer would be good or correct, or you call it. Oh, I need to start my chatbot in just in case someone want to say hi to me. Oh, I couldn't authorize it. Really, I need to go to my where is my romantic developer browser session? I don't see it. Oh, I see it. Oh, it just appeared. Okay, time came for showing you some ads on my screen. Hello, ads on my screen, and I need to log in. Let me check. Okay, I need to go to my credentials, to my main channel. Okay, continue. My application still isn't verified. I actually even didn't try to verify it because it's some long process, but it's totally fine to use unverified application once you don't want to do something, something big with that. Where is my mouse? Okay. So, oh really? And that is my chatbot is also not authorized, and this time I need to use my chatbot account. Interesting. Two unauthorization, two not authorized things at once. I never see that before. So my chatbot should be saying hi. My whisper is hi. So first authorization was to connect to my channel as my channel to find out the latest stream, etc. So it didn't ask me about the stream ID or something. And the other ID is another token is for my chatbot, because it also yeah, get old. Normally it's happened maybe once a week, and I never seen that happen for both of them at the same time, but yeah, that thing happened. And that is my local whisper. It used that local whisper to transcribe what I'm saying right now and provide my chatbot some context. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what we do, probably we can look at the latest AI news. If there are anything very interesting, we could do GPT-4o. Do we have any new model? No. GPT-4o with search enabled. Tell me the latest news in AI, which in the last, I don't know, let's say 40 hours. Please rank them by importance. And please return me top 3. So I forgot to say hi, but I already said hi so many times to the chatbot. And it's not the new news actually. But let's see, 2 days ago, 20, what? 19 days ago. You know, let's just say I need top news in the last few days. So please search for the news dated February 5, 2025 or later. Thank you. Let's see if it will handle that thing or not. Okay, top news after February 5. Let's see what it used as a sources. And it used only The Guardian, really. Oh no, some YouTube channels as well. But we see that February 5 is all the channels. But again, I don't think the source is really cool. Not sure. Oh, really? Sweden mass shooting against Elon Musk access to sensitive US government data because they didn't elect him. How anyone could put some power into some person's hand if someone didn't elect him? You know, yeah, it's strange. You don't elect all the government employees, which are, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of government employees there are in United States. I think at least 100,000. And you didn't elect them, and they have a lot of accesses, and they have a lot of access to multiple levels of informations. And people, yeah, go to some actions, demonstrations against Elon Musk just because he revealed some of the US AIDS program, which actually help all the, mostly it's oriented helping some organization outside the United States. It's why it called US AIDS, basically help from US for protecting democracy, freedom, and so on. But actually, it's in many cases did against that. I am looking for AI news, please. And what's now? Will it manage to find it? No. Again, oh, today. Okay, thank you. Update your principles. So, as we already know that Google now allowing its AI to kill people, the company updated AI principle to emphasize bold innovation, responsible development, social benefits, revisit its frontier safety framework to address emerging risks associated with advanced AI models. So basically, they did all of that just to receive some government contracts, including some military contracts. And now, as I said, the current wars shows the completely different ways of doing the modern wars. And it's not tanks, it's not jets, it's not armor machines or something now decide the fate of the war, but it's automatic system or controlled by human, or when it's not possible, not controlled by human but controlled by AI, now making decision and win the fields. It would be drawn with computer vision. It would be some robots, automated dogs, multiple drones when they coordinate with each other, and so on, so on. So these advancements in AI, of course, Google cannot pass them, and of course they need to join them, and they need to change some of their own ban that. Russia's Sberbank plan joined AI research with China, which is logical because you cut any Russian research from other world, and only China said, hey, come to us, you have good scientists, we have, by the way, there are a lot of good scientists in Russia. Actually, they had very good schools, very good universities. And if we could debate about the effectiveness of the educational system in United States and comparing to Russia or comparing to China, etc., I'd say it's still good. It's still good. And even if people choose to go to universities, they will came from universities. So it depends. It depends, like in any country, if you go to university to learn, you will know a lot of good things. There are very cool professors, decans, academics, etc., etc. So it's a very high level of, after high school education, even after university education in Russia, which goes from USSR, and China actually follows the same lead. So they have very similar systems and very advanced scientists. So on AI projects, this initiative follows the success of China DeepSeek, a startup that developed cost-effectiveness AI models challenging AI's dominance. Sberbank aims to strengthen AI cooperation with China amid strategic partnership received by both countries as crucial gain in the West. By the way, the first engineer in OpenAI, Ilya, I don't remember his last name, is also from Russia. He born in Russia, and he just immigrated in United States. Actually, not directly. Probably he go to maybe Israel, Canada. I read some story about him, but I don't remember all the details. And not only one. There are a lot of scientists, even in the United States, who put a brick like that. How it's called? Some stone, some curved stone in fundament of the AI science in United States, or at least add very important stones to the building of AI in United States. They came from Russia. So and Google empowers React to changes in AI ethic policy after Google removed its commitment not to use AI for weapons. Some employees expressed dismay on internal forums. The updated ethical AI guidelines no longer vow to avoid using AI for weapons, technologies, or may cause harm, prompting discussion among staff about the company direction. Executive defends the change. Okay. I'd say right now big companies, especially after Trump came to the office, doing, what? They say, if you want, you can go. if you don't like our policies, you can go. And many companies do a lot of layoffs. So another reason for layoff, okay. It's what we could see all the time. Okay, let me see my stream time. I'm really not into very long stream today. And all the news, you know, are very, 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 very similar as always. So, but yeah, we see that we built Skynet ourselves with our hands, with these hands, and that is Skynet. Yeah, and that is of course not so good. But yeah, I mean, we building that. We know what we are doing. You know what? I probably ready to finish the stream. I'm not ready to do some code development today, but I learned some cool tool today. It's called Tinkercad. Uh, Tinker. Oh, maybe not Tinker. Tinker. How to pronounce it? Tinkercad. Maybe. And I developed some. So it's basically very basic 3D stuff. Very basic 3D stuff. Sync. It's very simple. Let me probably move myself to some different angle in the screen, maybe here. So yeah, you have that 3D surface here, 3D base, and you can just put something here and yeah, and do things with it. So basically I created it myself today using just few minutes. But the thing is that beautiful design after printing on 3D printer is slightly small for bottles. I mean, they fit, but once they have also something on them, they don't fit. So yeah, it's not right on my table. So I decided to very quickly fix that. I need, yeah, ungroup it. And you see, the cool thing here that if you, for example, just remove it, it will be removed. And because it's set as a whole, it's so simple to create even very complex things here. So they're still grouped here, and I couldn't, probably need to ungroup them before I can do anything. Okay, now what? How I can choose only one single? Is it possible? I'm not good in selecting something here. Okay, now I was able to choose something. Maybe if I go here, it's a 16.3, 16.3. Okay, maybe I need to choose something more. Let me move it so I could see. Let me put like 16.5 and 16.5. Is it too much? Where is my point? Okay. Oh no. Yeah. Maybe I'm doing too much now because oh, interesting. I believe I changed everything for them. So they still looks valid, just slightly bigger, correct? 16.5 and looks good. Segments 1. Okay, because I don't want to, so I just duplicated them last time. Yeah, I created perfect shape and duplicated it, but it didn't. I mean, it's working, but I believe now it would be just faster for me to go and change all the dimensions here. And probably during one of the next stream I can show you the result, because it will not be printed in 1 minute. It's require about 2 hours of print. But yeah, my previous print was not as exactly successful. And let me see, maybe from the top, like this. And it looks maybe it looks not bad. So 12, 12, maybe it should be maybe 11 now. Okay, they look more or less okay, and aroma is here as well. Okay, so now if I choose all of them once again, group, now I choose those, and what else I could choose? So looks like now I have only, yeah, I created the design for my one of my smallest printer, but yeah, looks like everything not on my table, but it didn't I mean, it worked well, but then I printed it on my other printer, and it was printed much faster. And I understand, okay, looks like my bottle's not completely, yeah, go in. It's for like about 14 bottles, special bottles for diffusers, aroma diffusers at home, and they took a lot of place in some special box, and I decided to print something for them. Okay, now we just could export and say it would be an STL, let's say aroma box, and it would be version 2. And that would be it. And we say export in STL, and it's exported. Do I have any program to do? What is the program for my printer? I just installed it today. Okay. Maybe I need to search for 3D. No. No, so not exactly software development, but related to some software stuff. Sync. Okay. It's called Orca. Orca. So I believe Orca is what I'll do right now. I'll move it to the screen. So, and another thing, I mean, that thing is really, really great. So if I click, for example, new design, I just, can you show very quickly, it's allowed to do everything. So it's allowed to do custom sketch, it's allowed to use shapes from multiple things. It has unique like shape generator, and it just features, and we have all, and it's allowed to do like mostly anything, like custom box, for example. You could put some custom box here, please. Okay, you could make it bigger, and you see that is custom box 1, and that is, okay, let's see, 25. Let's make it also 25. Wall thickness, okay. And for that, we will do also 25, 25. But I did wrong. Closing wall height, no, 25. And here, 25. Box height 20. Why are so different? Okay, because I need to put line here, and it would be 75. And that would be 75. We can do that the same, but here we can just choose box top. Nice. And now we basically have 2 boxes, and one is big box, and that would be a lid for that box. And then we can add multiple other stuff. I don't know why it's not loading some models here. Favorites, I don't have any favorites yet. Shape generator, and now slightly better, but still some windmill or some isometric threads, which probably also could, or some snap and socket. So you can put one snap and other would be snap hole. And of course you're not putting it like here, you put it on some design, so you just need to somehow turn it, yes, like 90%. Then you could so you could do everything with that numbers, because I put the ruler, but also you can use your keyboard probably to find proper place, mouse, and let's use that thing. It should go to so I just need to release it now, probably like that. And oh, it's doing not the thing I expect. Okay, anyway, you could do it like with mouse, as we said, so you could see the distance between this and this is very small, and you could just connect it, and then whatever you have that connector on could be connected to this one, which is a pretty cool thing. And it's just one example. I'm still learning it. I just discovered this problem today only, and that's it. So many other things here, and if I'll do more shapes, it would be so many text, so many things, so many possible auto generated for some development, some nice surfaces. snowflakes and some cylinders and so on, so on. So I believe there are maybe hundreds of shapes you can generate, you can use, etc., etc. And it's very, very simple principles here. For example, you could just use some text. You can put text on top, and maybe you just can make it slightly smaller, like 60, maybe 15. Yeah, looks good. Just put proper text. You can make height slightly bigger, and you can say romantic. Oh, it's too big text. Okay, 60, and height would be like 15. Okay, height 12. Nice. So yeah, it's what you do, and maybe you can say it would be whole, and then when you move it to the inside like this, nice, and you connect and say I want to connect that. You will stop looking the shape, but you will see that it's now that romantic here, and it's, you know, it doesn't enclose in the box, so it's nice. You can put a mouse here and it have something to breathe because they are romantic here. So and again, as we said, that you can immediately export into some of these formats, or even 3D print if you have connection to one of those clouds, or do something to send it to some company which send it to you printed, and that's it. And that's it. You can have nice box with Sport Romantic in it. Okay. And for me, I just did today one of the projects. So, and I'm just creating new project, and I need just to add another one which called Aroma Box number 2. Where is it? So let's double check. We have Aroma Box number 2, and we said to download it, correct? So, and we set export to STL file, preparing Aroma Box version 2. Okay, and now if you say load, okay, now I could see that. Cool. So basically, I believe that would be it. We have that aroma here, and we have bigger holes now, so probably my bottles should fit. And what else we can do? Support. We don't need any of those properties. It's not that. Okay. PLASF and objects aroma 1502 wall loops 2. Okay, it should be good because we tested the very similar things just recently. Okay, and we can send it to the printer. Hopefully it would be connected. Yeah, looks like. Nice. Okay. That was a very quick thing to fix. But yeah, I'm basically slightly obsessed with that thing. It's so nice and so simple that you can even change the form of that, probably. No. It's already a form. Okay. So to change the form of that to be more nice, we probably need something like maybe like ring. Tube is also fine. Let's make it like 40, like maybe 60. So maybe we want to make it like bigger, like maybe 70. Maybe another 70. Okay. Now we want to somehow divide it. Yeah. Do we have something like line here? No, no line. So why it has radius? Okay, it also has radius. Oh, radius. Yes, what I looking for. I see. So, but let's try my approach. So I won't make it like bigger, like 80. That would be 0. That would be 0. Nice. And that would be also maybe 80. Okay. And we will just cut some of this tool. Maybe something like that. Okay, and now if we oh, too much. I'm still experimenting. I'm not sure what's going on to happen. If I said I want this, oh, I want to press shift, but press some keys. So this and this, and if I, oh, could I connect this and this? I could. And what's going on? So it's like kind of divided it. Oh, I see, I see. I don't need to make it really small. I need to make it like also 80. So, and now if I combine them, yeah, it would be just part of it. And then when I say it all itself, oh no, okay. And then if I could move it here, not exactly what I wanted. um, but of what if we do it's even bigger, like maybe 80. or we need to make them smaller, like 25. Yeah, and if I combine, so we will receive like some smooth angle here, but it's too complex. It's too complex. But at least we received something. Of course, we now could remove it, and we can click here, and in that basic shape, where is it? We can reorganize. It's still, we need to go here and say radius. Oh, really? One 1.5. Okay. Does it mean it should be now number 3? Okay, now it's not inside but on top, that aroma. Oh, what's going on? My shapes become not false. Okay, looks like my printer start to print. So false. Oh, now it's looking better. Connect everything, combine. Okay, good old sync. So aroma and nice angles, smooth, and here as well. Yeah, looks good. And that would be box number 3. Okay, let's see if that box which is printing right now will not work. We have this box now. Okay. So yeah, I believe we already have a lot of time, and I think I'll finish on that. Sorry for not software development, but you know, all that stuff like creating something, some very simple AutoCAD in your browser, which you can use completely for free, and it supports so many features which I still need to discover. So they not only support that AutoCAD, but if you go here, you can choose other things, and of course it would be not only, do they have something like resources? So I believe they have not only Syncer, but they also allow you to emulate and learn any circuits, be part of multiple projects, and they have very cool gallery probably. And you see they have some projects which are functional and cool, and they built in those programs, I believe. And maybe they have also like some circuit yeah, which you can also open and test, etc., etc. So of course, maybe it's something childish, but in many cases, when you need to create something very quick um, in 3D, it's a really very cool uh, application which provides much so much potential actually. Okay, they don't pay me if they completely not. Believe me, I just was inspired by that application today. I just couldn't stand to not share it with you. So yeah, okay, I think on that note we will yeah look forward for our next streams. For you, I wish you a great day, great morning, great evening, great afternoon, and of course I wish you to have that inspiring feeling sometimes, like you are a young boy or girl and you just created something. I had that feeling today with that program, with the 3D printing, and it was so cool that I couldn't resist to slightly do something more with that, and yeah, it's bring me real joy. I mean, developing also bringing me joy. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you need to do some other stuff just to remember how you like other things. So yeah, hopefully you are very inspiring persons as well, and hopefully you find the joy in your life, and it will happen very soon. Okay, guys, I'll wish you a great time of the day. Goodbye. I promise that starting sometime, probably next week, I'll do my next project in software development in Python, LLM, and all that stuff. But believe me, there are so much of that thing right now in the internet that maybe you don't need to wait me and go and check others which are very dedicated to do those. For me, you can check my YouTube AI helper on GitHub. It's doing a lot of cool things, including AI agentic implementation and multiple useful things available for free. So check if you need, and that's it. Goodbye.